scan yourself and transmute anything. So in this section, I'm leaving you a bunch of videos that I did for my sequencing course. Um, you'll see I repeat myself a lot in those videos. Go over them quickly. I'm going to repeat myself here also because the key, and you'll find this in this whole course, is repetition, 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 repetition. We forget every day. We need to remember every day. And the only way to transition to our future self is like practice, repetition, practice, repetition. And that's how we integrate. So I wanted to come back into all those concepts in one quick video here, updated video, because I have a new mindset on transmuting also. So here we go. Here we go. Let's do this. So you can start right away with the pendulum if you wish. Personally, I started with muscle testing right away, but I found that it might be easier for some people to start with the pendulum to scan yourself. What is scanning? It's not the pendulum, it's not the muscle testing, it's your heart center. It's the heart center that knows the truth, that is bound into the infinite quantum field, that is bound into the Akashic records. So when I ask anything, I'm asking my heart. So if I'm using the pendulum and then I'm asking, and all my attention is in my head, I'm analyzing, I'm doubting, I'm sending a frequency of like a yes through my head, well, the pendulum is going to do yes. So the key is to always bring down the attention into the heart. Where attention goes, energy goes. I'm creating a container. I make sure that my heart is open. If my heart is not open, I'm not going to be able to scan anything. I'm going to be living in falsehood. I'm going to be living in pride or victimhood or any type of ego. And basically, how do we know if our heart open? If you don't know if your heart open, most likely it's not open, because we need to use the heart every day, using the intuition of the heart to assess, to communicate with our soul. We're receiving pulsation, frequency all the time, right? So at the beginning, might be a good option to start working with someone, with a friend, and that's why. You should be creating a team, being part of a team during this program, and help each other. Like pass maybe like 1 hour on a call, and then scan someone, and then someone else is going to scan you, and then compare your answers and have fun, explore. Don't be too harsh on yourself at the beginning. It's all about practicing, 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 having fun. If you see an answer, for example, oh, I see the pendulum is telling me that my heart is closed, well, don't think, oh, my heart is closed, blah blah blah, right? Don't take anything for granted at the beginning. Just explore, right? And then come back on it a few days in a row, and you'll see. So from the pendulum, there's two ways to scan your chakras, or scan with yes or no. So you need to put your palms under, because there's a chakra in your palms and it helps the frequency. You need to keep your pendulum in your energy field close by for a few days. If you just started using it, you need to talk to the pendulum as a first density being, and it's like a pet. You say, hey, I love you, you're beautiful, right? And so you ask, what is yes, right? And it's going to show me what is a yes for me, right? So for me, a yes now, it's left or right. Okay. And then I ask, what is no? Just to confirm. It's a bit hard when I lift my elbow like that, but we'll get it. No, okay, it's a back and forth. For me, it might be different for you, and it might be different in different times, right? Until you get really like building a communion with the pendulum, it might change. So it's like it's important to build a relationship with it. So another way to scan is to scan the frequency by spinning. So I want to see, okay, what is balance? Now it's spinning clockwise, right? So clockwise for me means right now balance. I was checking another video that I did, and it was the opposite, right? So it's fine. So what is unbalanced? Counterclockwise, okay? And then I bring my attention to my heart. If I don't know if my heart is open, I can do a 5-10 minute meditation about the heart chakra, making sure that I'm living in ease. I'm expanded. I'm soft here in this area, right? I'm feeling frequency passing through this area, through this green vortex, right? Why not wearing some green at the same time? So if I want to scan, how's my heart? How's my heart? Show me this the frequency. So now it's gonna spin, right? So it's spinning here clockwise, meaning that it is balanced and it's a big spin, right? So I can compare from this baseline of this size of spin. If I have this size of spin, and someone else is scanning the same size of spin, doesn't mean that we are at the same frequency. It's a set point for me that I can scan the other chakras. So let's say about the root, it's about the same, maybe a little bit less. What about the sacral? Yeah, I feel my sacral there. I need to work on my sacral. I've been working on my sacral, guys. So it's smaller, right? It's less conscious. And then I can even ask, what about the front of my sacral? What about the back of my sacral? And I feel it. I feel the tension in the front. So if I ask for the front, show me the frequency. It's going counterclockwise in a small spin. So it's close, and I feel it. I feel it. It's painful there. So so then I can ask the emotion code chart, right, with yes or no questions. And I ask what's the emotion, and then I'm going to show you how to transmute. For the muscle testing, so that's the technique that I use here. There's multiple different ways. Me, it's the ring and ring, just like that. It's a good image. So you can use any fingers, doesn't matter, and it's not about the strength in your fingers. It's very subtle. It's very like, you do you feel a resistance? So resistance is yes, or do you feel a release? It's a no. And that release can be like as little like, oh, that's a release. I feel that, and I don't need to do like, it's just simple. It's gentle. It's a gentle, and then what I'm feeling is, yes, the muscle here, but the muscle and the tension in my arms that goes all the way to my heart. Because again, I'm asking my heart. The arms and hands are just extension of the heart center. And then just go around, walk in nature, and ask anything. The tree is green. Yes, okay. The wall is white. Yes, okay. And then you ask a bunch of questions like that, and you start practicing, practicing, practicing. And it's going to allow you to feel more and more your heart, feel the intuition of your heart. And then at the beginning, start asking about your chakras, start asking about your emotion, and don't go further asking other things, because it's just the ego that wants to know other things. About, I was talking to a friend, he was telling me, oh, I was trying to use muscle testing for trading money, right? It's never going to work if it's about gaining something, if it's ego based, if it's about the future. It's never going to work. Can only be for service to others, or healing, and something that is right, that is right now. So practice, have fun, watch the other videos if you need more clarity on muscle testing. So the emotion code chart, right? So that's beautiful chart, just allowing us to find different emotions, and we need to work on understanding those emotions. So reading about those emotions, watching TED talks about those emotions, and then realizing, where do I feel those emotions? Which chakra are affecting those emotions, right? So right now I asked about my sacral, and I saw it was a bit unbalanced, and maybe there's an emotion there, and I can ask the muscle testing. Is it colon A? No. Colon B? Yes. Colon B row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. And then I have unsupported, and I just go quickly like that. I can even just keep my hands like that, and then as I'm scanning the chart, I don't need to say it out loud. Like it's only through intention, I'm visualizing, and through thoughts. And then I keep my hands like that, and it's like I'm watching column A, I feel a release, and I'm moving to column B, oh, I feel contraction, and then I'm going down. Da, 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 da. I don't need to say like, is it row 1, row 2? It's like just through intention, just seeing, and then boom, I feel resistance when I stumble on this box here, and then I watch all the name of the emotion, and then boom, I feel a resistance when I arrive unsupported, right? So that's a quick way to do it. We could also, I could have someone in front of me, or I could do it myself. It's a bit hard doing it myself, but like I could have someone in front of me standing up, and then asking, where's a trap emotion, and then I move like this all over in front of their body, and then boom, let's say at their liver, it's going to lock in, showing me that there's a trap energy right there, right? It's a scanning, almost like a at the airport, right? When they scan you with this thing, same thing you can use with muscle testing. So I have unsupported. Next question is it linked to my feminine, masculine? Okay, masculine. How's and then is it linked to my inner child? Inner child, okay. And then yeah, I know what it is. And do you know there's information that comes at the same time? When we do muscle testing, we combine all the clairs. We feel the clairsentience, clairaudience, different thought patterns, clairvoyance. I can combine, okay, now, for example, I could close my eyes and try to see and feel my sacral and show me that inner child that feel unsupported. And then I have a vision of a child coming in, and then I feel this energy of like, okay, it's just feeling shy and then just wants to go alone in its corner. And it's everything is just energies that not being seen. That's it. And we just need to shine light into those energies, shining light to those energy, meaning that we are just holding space. We are giving our attention, because when we give our attention, we give our energy, we give love. So by giving attention to my inner child right now that feels unsupported, by just being there, present, just observing, I'm giving it love. That's it. And now it's smiling. It's easy, and then I can go even further to the transmutation process by digging deeper. Okay, what does that mean unsupported? Why am I keeping this? What's the benefit for my ego? Right? What's the benefit for my inner child? Is there something that my inner child is gaining from feeling this? Is there maybe like something I can shift? Maybe my inner child can learn how to express its need, right? Using the non-violent communication tools. We're going to be talking about this in the course. Another way to transmute. So once we start finding those emotions, it start going out of the subconscious mind. The transmutation process already started. More I go deeper into understanding the emotion, more I can transmute. So transmuting is all about creating through the mind, setting intention, visualizing something. I'm creating my own reality through the mind, and then feeling it, embodying it in the heart, which is the whole manifestation process, right? I send a thought and then I live it. I live it in the moment right now. I live this vision. I am worthy of it. I'm experiencing it right now. I experience it so much right now that I don't even need to experience it in the physical reality. But because I feel that I'm so worthy of it, I lived it, boom, it's going to happen magically in the physical reality. So transmuting, releasing emotion is the same. So people they talk about different techniques, but they're all the same. So the butterfly one is like, okay, I imagine in my sacral there's like black dusty butterflies, and then I make them like fly out, and they turn into beautiful light and radiant butterfly, happy, and then they're transforming, right? And I feel it, right? So how do we know we transmute it? Well, we're gonna start feeling that sensation in the body. We're gonna be burping. We're gonna be farting. We're gonna be coughing. We're gonna be crying. We're gonna be sweating. Right? There's many different signs that confirm that the transmutation process happened. Another technique that people do is they visualize a dusty lotus flower in front of them, and it does when you transmute something, let's say from the sacral, it doesn't need to visualizing something exactly in the sacral. It can be just the intention in front of me in my energy field, right? I'm just creating. So again, I'm gonna do here in front of me this lotus flower. It is dusty and everything. I'm taking a big breath and I'm blowing on it. And it's turning into a beautiful white lotus flower. And I feel it in my heart. I feel how beautiful it is, this lotus flower. I feel how I'm letting go of this unsupported energy. I feel I don't need it anymore. I can visualize in my heart right now my inner child that is happy, full of joy. I can feel in my heart right now that my inner child knows how to express its need in a non-violent communication way. I'm feeling it, I'm embodying it. And it's done. That's it. That's it, right? So somehow it's a little meditation. And then you feel the heart opening. Ooh. So we can play in different ways. You can feel the rain falling and then cleaning your whole energy, and then you feel like clean from this. Whatever your imagination, use it. It's that's how we create worlds. That's how we create universe. That's how we create everything. taking a shower with like a pink uncontrollable dust flying on you and then cleaning you. But it's only gonna be able to clean what you fully understand. So it's gonna clean a little bit if you're just asking, okay, please clear my energy. But what exactly that you want to clear? Like, and then go to the deep end of it. Okay, now I want to clear that front sacral. I want to clear that childhood unsupported, right? So more that I'm specific, more that I understand where it's coming from, what's the foundation of it, this energy, and I shine light on it, more I can transmute it. Same thing like in the movie um, Peter Pan. And like when they arrive and then there's nothing on the table, and then all the child are like, "But eat, eat! What are you waiting for?" And he's like, "But there's nothing. What you guys are eating?" They're eating like, like nothing. And then he start after that using his mind, and he see all that food, right? It's so that's how it works. When we really use our imagination, we create that physical reality. We change the frequency of the food, we change the frequency of our body. If I feel that my body, when I'm cleaning myself with like gold energy, and it's radiant, it's activating, it's gonna happen. Whatever, I need to feed it at the same time in my heart, right? So that's how it works. Imagine that your awareness, your attention is a pot of water. That's the container. And then the energy we want to shift at the beginning, it's cold, right? The water is cold. And I put it in a stove with a fire, right? That fire is the energy coming from outside. So I can use the energy of Mother Earth. I can use the energy of the one infinite creator. I can use the energy of the sun. I can use multiple source of energy to create that fire on that pot, and then I transform for cold, like solids, chaos, separation into boiling, coherence, harmony, dancing, sacred geometry, light. Right? I transform from dark, from black energy, or darker shades of energy of red or darker brown or whatever, into beautiful colors of light, pink, violet, right? All the higher frequencies. And the white is the ultimate one that holds all the colors. So it's all about like visualizing it. And when I transmute my sexual energy, I can do the same too. It's like I can take all the sexual energy, and then as I'm moving it up, I can visualize that it's transforming into a fire energy or water energy. I am the creator. I create everything. But the key here is that if you remove the container from the fire, it's like you lost your attention. You're back into the hamster wheel thinking about the thought. Then the water stop boiling, and then you need to restart all over again. So keep your focus, be concentrated for a short period of time, really transforming that, putting all your energy there. And to make it work, we need to really like give a hand to our shadow, because all those things are shadow self. They're part of our shadow self. They're things that are unseen. They're sleeping in our subconscious, and they just want to be seen. Like that inner child right now, it just wants to be seen. It takes 2 seconds. It just wants to know that it is acknowledged, that it's not alone. That's it. That's the whole thing with the dark side. It just wants to be seen. So I accept it. I see it. Right? I don't judge it. And then after that, it's gonna allow me to merge, to transform, to transmute. And somehow you'll see that once you transmute, it's almost like you are changing personalities, because all those shadow self part are all falsehood personalities that we build in our childhood, and we think that we are like that because we live so much like that, we live all our life like that. And then once we transmute a big thing, we're like, who am I don't know who am I anymore, I'm so different. And then I'm creating a new version of myself, I'm creating a future self. So I need to decide, what do I want to create, what type of person I want to be, how I want to behave, right? So I take decision on this also. It's very important, deciding who's my future self, how's my future self, right? And that's how I can shift, integrate. That's it. So remember, your percentage of understanding is your percentage of transmutation. And I just want to say that in the videos that you're going to see in the other videos before, I was using the emotion code, which is finding the emotion and then swiping 3 times the governing vessel meridian. Dr. Bradinasel do only this. Me, I realized that this is not actually working. What it does is it open the gates to relive the emotion in the next 5 to 6 days, and then something happened, and then the emotion that you were trying to transmute is just like you're being triggered by it, and you're having an opportunity to relive it. And then in that moment, if you really like explode it, then it might move or you might understand it differently. Doing this is very chaotic. It's not healthy in relationships. So I learned on how to transmute it from the heart right after. So I was doing this for a while and then transmuting from the heart. And then you might even see me transmuting from all time, dimension, space, and reality, right? It's all about feeling your energy field. It doesn't matter what you say, it's all about visualizing the energy field and transmuting it. So if you're really having your heart open, you're using your imagination and you're understanding the emotion, you don't need to swipe 3 times the governing vessel. You can just use your heart. The heart is the transmuter. But first, you need to create that reality with your mind. That's it. Practice, and you might even find your own ways, your own technique. Have fun. That's the name of the game. Enjoy yourself.